With just one single trading setup, I made more than $2,000 this week. In this video, we'll break down that trade step by step. And watch this video until the end to learn everything you need to catch such setups on a daily basis. Please don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and let's start. I wanted to start our today's analysis with the New Zealand dollar pair. New Zealand dollar pair is the pair that I shorted in the morning. And I want you to feel what exactly was my logic behind this trade. I want to show you why exactly I decided to sell and how exactly I followed my rules and my trading strategy. So with the top-down analysis, traditionally we always start with the higher time frame. We start with the daily, and on the daily time frame we have two very important tasks. Our first task, as always, is to identify the current market trend. Our task is to get where the market is going. And after we do that, our next task will be to analyze the points, the key levels from where we can trade the market. So let's start with the market trend identification right here. Let's try to get what is happening with New Zealand dollar pair. And I guess traders, it is quite clear that we are trading in a bearish trend. Why? Because we can spot that once the market reached that structure high, you can see that the market started to set lower lows and lower highs, right? So the conditions for the bearish trend are met. The market here is trading in a bearish trend at the moment. And of course, for us, it signifies that we should look for shorting the pair. The pair is bearish and we should look for the opportunities to short the market, expecting a further bearish continuation, expecting the trend following movement. And in order to short the market, we should identify the points from where it will be safe for us to short it. And the safest points to short the market will be based on the key resistances. Yes, on the key horizontal or vertical resistances. So after we analyzed the market trend, our next task will be to analyze the key levels and to spot the points from where the next bearish wave may potentially initiate. How we do that? We analyze the recent price action and we look for the points, the areas that were important for the market participants in the recent past. And the first important structure that we can spot is of course right here. That structure here was a very important support, and you can see that from that structure at the end of May we saw a strong bullish reaction, and you can see that this week the pair successfully violated that structure. That structure was broken, and after the breakout that structure support turned into resistance, and from that resistance we can look for shorting. We also have a very important structure resistance right here and right here. All the structures were the supports, and after the breakouts all the structures turned into resistances. Also, when you analyze the key level traders, remember that you should also check whether there are the vertical structures on the chart. So here we can spot, for example, that falling trend line. That trend line right here is the vertical structure. It is the vertical resistance. And you can see that from that trend line, 3 times in a row the market dropped. So it is a very important vertical structure to consider. So we have right here New Zealand dollar pair 3 resistances, 3 horizontal resistances and 1 vertical resistance. And the fact is that the trend following movement can initiate from any of these levels. Yes, it can initiate from here, from here, from here. We don't know from which level exactly. So in order to short the market wisely, it won't be enough for us to just set the selling orders on this level. So we need something else. And one of the ways to confirm the strength of the structure is to analyze the intraday reaction of the price. do that, is to analyze how the market reacts to a certain structure and look for the clues. And in our situation, we are bearish and we should look for bearish clues, right? On intraday time frames, we should look for the bearish confirmations. So let's open a 4-hour time frame and let's check how the market reacts to the broken structure, because you can see that currently we are testing the broken structure. Currently we are approaching the broken support, we are approaching that resistance, and from that resistance the market may potentially drop. Analyzing the price action, we can spot that New Zealand dollar pair was falling rapidly. Yes, we got a strong bearish impulse. After the completion of that bearish impulse, the market started to consolidate. You can see that we started to consolidate within the range. With that bearish impulse, we violated the horizontal structure, and then we started to consolidate, perfectly respecting the broken structure. And here, analyzing the price action, we can spot that after the breakout of key structure, the market started to trade within that triangle. Yes, you can see that the market started to trade within that triangle. And you can see that the market was perfectly respecting the boundaries of that triangle for some time. And take a look what happened during the middle of the yesterday's New York session. You can see that with that bearish candle, the market violated the support of the triangle. And moreover, then we even set a new local lower low. Why that is important? It is important, traders, because that is the indication of the sign of strength of the sellers. It shows us that after the breakout of key structure, sellers are still strong enough to violate that vertical support. That vertical support from where we see the local bullish reactions. So for me, that violation was a very important bearish confirmation. And today in the morning, I decided to short the pair. I decided to short the pair on a retest of a broken trend line. I set my stop loss above the highs of that range. Yes, you can see that the highs of that range compose here a very important intraday resistance. And I simply decided to set my stop loss above that. My initial target for the trade is that local support. And because, as we discussed, the trend is bearish, after the test of the current low, the market may easily drop lower. Our next goal then will be the 59 level. It is a very round number, so I guess that number should definitely be taken into consideration, and for that reason my second target for the trade is there. So the trade is already active. I already shorted New Zealand dollar. As you know, yesterday I shared the signal for New Zealand dollar pair. And as you know, yesterday on a live stream, we have spotted the breakout of a key structure, and we spotted the triangle, and the triangle was broken as a confirmation. And short trade was opened on a retest, and finally the market reached the first target, and we are very close to the second target. As you remember, our second target is based on the 59 level, very round number, and the market almost touched that level at night, bounced a little bit, so we will keep holding this trade and we will expect a bearish continuation to the second target. You can see that for now the price refuses to reach the second target, and you can see that today the market remains quite weak. So I will keep that trade over the weekend, and I will keep holding that, expecting a further bearish continuation. I guess we should first discuss the trade on New Zealand dollar pair, because as you remember, last week we opened short position on New Zealand dollar pair following the breakout of a key structure, and it turned out that finally, yesterday during the New York session, the market reached our second target. So just after we finished the yesterday's live stream, the market dropped and the second target was reached. We were holding that trade for more than 5 days, and you can imagine how patient you should be to keep holding that trade till it reaches the take profit level. Learn to trade with a trend, learn to identify the safe points to trade from, and learn to identify valid confirmations. That is what you need to make big money in trading. Also remember that you can learn my trading strategy in my premium group. Also traders, please like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I will see you soon.